questions about this church, I'm one of the people to ask, or anybody with a name tag on. We'd love to tell you more about this place. I want to take a minute. This is our last Coffeehouse of this season. We've had an, I know, I feel the same way. But it was intentional that we hold this place so that next year when we come back, when we have our usual treats and our roast lab coffee, and we bring everybody back, it'll be full strength, and we will have held this place for everyone to join us again. But I want to say thank you to all those people that have helped us. Right in the back is a guy, Carl Olson, who earlier today, that's him, was helping set this place up. I want to say thank you to Charlie, to Joel, to Rick, to Alec, doing the sound and making everything, all the magic happen, so that all of you that are at home watching online, streaming, these are the people that have made it happen so that you could be here too. So I just want to say thanks. And also to the Board of Fellowship, and to Tad and Lori. Tad and Lori are the ones that for the last 5 years, they've been taking the money for tickets, and they're here every week, and we appreciate it. But now I get to introduce Keri, and Keri does this song called Broken Pieces. And what that does to me, I remember the first time I heard it, I remember this quote by Robert Frost: "No tears on the page, no tears in the reader." And to me, that's the power of Keri's music. That's what it does for me, and I think that's what it does for all of us and why we're here tonight. When we feel something from music, it makes us more of who we are. That music is a gift, and that's Keri's gift to us. And I'd like to welcome her here and thank her for being here. Come on up, Keri.
These are pretty. Thank you. I'm going to put them right there. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be back here. This is one of my favorite places to play, believe it or not, because I have a history of not loving being in church. And gosh, John, how long ago did you reach out the first time? 11 years ago. Let me tell you a story. There was a brave man named John who reached out to me and said, "Do you want to come play at our church?" And I told my manager, "Please respectfully say no, and let's keep it moving." And through a series of events, we decided to say yes, and I was blown away by the realness of this place, of the inclusion and the way that you feel not judged and that you're welcome, like for real though, not just in the words, you know, that people say that a lot, but that you actually feel that way. And it's kind of become a place that I really enjoy coming and playing for you. And I will say, had my first performance 11 years ago been in the sanctuary, I'm not sure that I would have been able to do it. We started in the outdoors area on the lawn. I was okay with that. Then we moved into the basement downstairs, and that was pretty great. And now I feel like this is so beautiful with the candles and just the vibe. And so I really hope that you enjoy yourselves tonight. I know I'm going to enjoy myself. And let's just give it up one more time for everybody who put this on. I have one gripe, though, before I begin. And that is that no one told me that there was going to actually be a camera pointing at my fingernails that are not camera ready. Red lights are flashing on the highway. Wonder if we're gonna ever get home. Wonder if we're gonna ever get home tonight. Everywhere the water's getting rough. Best intentions may not be enough. Wonder if we're gonna ever get home tonight. But if you break down, I'll drive out and find you. If you forget my love, I'll try to remind you and stay by you when it don't come easy. Don't know nothing except change will come. Year after year, what we do is undone. Time keeps moving from a crawl to a run. Wonder if we're gonna ever get home. You're out there walking on the highway, and all of the signs got blown away. Sometimes you wonder if you're moving in the wrong direction. But if you break down, I'll drive out and find you. If you forget my love, I'll try to remind you and stay by you when it don't come easy. When it don't come easy. Oh. Everything that I had before, it don't matter to me now. Tonight I cry for the love that I've lost and the love I never ever found. When the last bird falls and the last siren sounds, someone will say what's been said before. It's only love we're looking for. So if you break down, I'll drive out and find you. If you forget my love, I'll try to remind you and stay by you when it don't come easy. When it don't come easy. Oh. Don't come easy, oh no, I know, I know, I know, I know. But I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you. I'm a talker. I'd like to tell you probably way more information than you ever really wanted to know about me. But I'm a songwriter, and I tell stories. I tell stories in music, and sometimes I like to give people a little background into what the songs are about. This next song that I'm going to do is especially, I guess, important to me personally at this moment because, as you know, I think, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And I'm typically the kind of music that you play during a breakup. I know that. I'm aware of my place in music. However, occasionally, and really since I met my husband, I've been kind of tapping into the part of me that wants to write some songs about not breaking up. And this next song is a song that I wrote, and now I know this is a lot. I wrote it a week after we met. And when you hear the song, you're going to be like, feels a little much, Keri, maybe pump the brakes a little bit. But we're going to celebrate 10 years together this week. So, anybody who said pump the brakes, you were wrong, and I'm sorry, you're dead inside. I'm kidding, that was mean. You're not dead inside. Maybe somebody hurt you. Maybe you've been listening to a lot of my breakup music and you don't know if love can happen, but I promise you, if it happened to me, it can happen to you. I feel better now. Baby, I'm falling. I swear to God I'll never leave. Cross my heart, wish on a star. Hope wherever you are, you think of me. Baby, don't let me go. Even when I push you away. 'Cause you and I, we both know storms are gonna come and go. Sometimes I'm afraid, but you pull me into your arms, and all at once your touch disarms me. 'Cause I am home where I belong. We have a real life love song. Baby, I won't tell. Your secrets are safe with me. From silent prayers to wishing wells, even when you're scared as hell, I still believe that I'll pull you into my arms, and all at once my touch disarms you. 'Cause I am home where I belong. We have a real life love song. Push comes to shove, beg you, baby, don't give up. But if you forget, let me remind you. I'll pull you into my arms, and all at once I will disarm you. 'Cause you are home where you belong. We have a real life. 'Cause you pull me into your arms, and all at once your touch disarms me. I am home where I belong. We have a real life. This is a real love. We have a real life love song. Thank you. My husband is a former Viking player, and he is large. He's a big man. And I like to tell this story, but it's not quite as fun to tell when he's not in the room. He's not here tonight, but I'd like to embarrass him, and I like to remind him that's what you get when you marry a songwriter. tell your stories too. So he's 6'5", he's about 270, large man. And we used to have, we were both in morning radio, and so you get up at like 3:45 in the morning. And in those early days, when we were newlyweds, we would get up and we would go to different bathrooms. We had 2 different bathrooms. And I would be playing music, and I'd be putting on makeup and getting ready, and it's like so early in the morning. You try and listen to music to kind of get ready, you know? And he would come in, because we would always be going in separate cars because we'd go to different places afterwards. He would come in, and he would swoop me up, and he would slow dance with me in the bathroom, regardless of whether I was playing a fast song or a slow song. And then he would kiss me on my head, and off to work he'd go. And I don't know that he particularly appreciates that I tell people that he likes to slow dance in the morning, but he does. And this is a song I wrote about that. Alarm clock going off, gotta get ready for another day. Always begins the same. Up now, out of bed, feed the cat, making sure the coffee's on. Doing my makeup, singing my favorite song. And you, right on cue, you turn the corner and you pull me in like we got nothing to do. I'm just dancing in the morning with you. Car starts running late, interstate, listen to the radio, making me feel like I'm not alone. Small talk, punch a clock, killing time, wasn't that long ago. You and I were both alone. And you, right on cue, you turn the corner and you pull me in like we got nothing to do. I'm just dancing in the morning with you. Maybe we'll get lucky, make so much money, and we'll never work again. But I can promise, if I'm being honest, more than anything, I miss our morning dance. Alarm clock going off, gotta get ready for another day. Always begins the same. Thank you. Didn't know if I would ever feel the same, the way I used to feel before you'd gone. Didn't know if the ache would ever go away. I only knew I had to go. I know I should have noticed it was coming, but I just wanted to pretend I was blind. Oh, I don't finally let you go. And the rain may be falling on my window, but I feel like I'm coming alive. Yesterday I was trying so hard not to cry, but today I feel fine. Let it rain. Whoa, whoa, yeah. I know you always thought I'd stay here waiting, just in case you wanted to come back home. But you never thought I might start healing. Oh, maybe I just would not want you back. Well, I guess you'll never know. I finally let you go. And the rain may be falling on my window, but I feel like I'm coming alive. Yesterday I was trying so hard not to cry, but today I feel fine. Oh. Yesterday I was trying so hard not to cry, but today I feel fine. And I'm not losing my mind, no. Today I feel fine. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it rain. Rain. Oh, oh, oh. Let it rain. Let it rain. Let it rain. Oh, let it rain. Oh, oh, oh. Let it, let it, let it, let it. Oh, let it rain. Let it rain on me. Thank you. The last concert that I did before everything changed was here. It was at least it was at the end of January or early February, and as we know, in March, everything shut down, and we're just waiting to get back to some version of normal again, you know? And I really thought, I mean, I think we all kind of thought that it wasn't going to last very long. So, you know, you get really kind of excited about the idea of like, okay, with this time that we're all forced to stay home, I'm going to do so much productive stuff. And I remember, and I went back in preparation for this show tonight, I went back because I remember I was watching the news, as we all were. We were just glued to it, trying to figure out what was going on. And I just felt like there was so much noise. Everybody was talking, everybody was freaking out. And at the time, I didn't know, you know, yet if we needed to or not. And here we are 2 years later, and almost, and it feels still pretty crazy. So during that time, in those early days, I wrote a very short little lullaby that I posted on my social media to try and just, I just feel like as adults, we don't have anybody giving us soothing lullabies like you do for a little kid. So this was my lullaby that I wrote, and I've never played it. I've never played it out ever. I don't know that I ever even played it after I posted it until I was getting ready. So I'm going to play you something that I've never played before. Good thing there are cameras here in case we can just commemorate how bad it is. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hush, my little baby, don't you think maybe the world... No, see, I knew it. It's like I called it into existence. Forget that happened. We're going to do it again. That's it. Okay, we're good. Hush, my little baby, don't you think maybe the world isn't ending tonight? And all of the voices drown out the noise till you can't tell the truth from a lie. Just try to breathe, you can't fix anything with a heart racing out of control. No, the sky isn't falling today. Even if it feels that way, life can be crazy. Keep your head on straight and take it slow. Hush, my little baby, don't you think maybe the world isn't ending tonight? And all of the voices add to the noise till you can't tell the truth from a lie. Just try to breathe, you can't fix anything with a heart racing out of control. No, the sky isn't falling today. Even if it feels that way, life can be crazy. Keep your head on straight and take it slow. So we went through the initial kind of freak out and, you know, kind of the pep talks, the internal pep talks of how we're going to get through it. And then day after day after day, things dragged on and still feel like they're dragging on. And so I, like so many of us, went through a period of time where I just felt so completely uninspired, so unable to tap into anything creative, and just lethargic and emptied, emptied out. And then as we were able to start going out again and just like being around people that you weren't living with, I could feel the energy inside of me start to spark again. And I ended up starting to write, and it was like the dam broke, and all of a sudden I was just like, I just couldn't stop. And so I went into the studio late last year, so recently, and recorded a few new songs that are on, Spotify and Apple Music and all that, if you want to listen to them. And I really thought that there would be a lot of sad songs, clearly, because I am like the queen of sad songs. So you'd think there'd be plenty for me to draw from. But for whatever reason, instead of sadness just pouring out of me, I felt joyful. I felt in love with my husband again, luckily. Like, not that I had lost love for him, but just like excited again, and excited about making music and sharing music. And so I'm going to play you a song, since I just played you a song that I had never played before. I'm going to play you a song that I wrote during the pandemic that we recorded, and it's about falling in love and just kind of the early stages of infatuation. What to think about you, but I think about you all night. little boring. It got more exciting when you showed up. So let's see if there's something to this, 'cause I think we both knew this could be love. 'Cause don't you know I tried to hide my heart in a place where no one could find a way to start bringing it back to life. I got this far, thinking I don't need love, but now I'm wondering where you are and what you're like when you wake up and you're still sleepy. Do you remember what it felt like to be dreaming? And did you dream of me? Don't you know I try to hide my heart in a place where no one could find a way to start bringing it back to life. I got this far, thinking I don't need love, but now I'm wondering where you are. But now I'm wondering where you are. Thank you. Rewind the clock and take me back to when everything was good. Let the sun come up, let the stars fade out, let life go on like it should. I wasn't ready for this. There is so much I would miss, but bring on the rain. So what if it's hard? You won't find me hiding in the dark, 'cause I'm a fighter, I'm not a runner, even when I'm afraid. Bring on the rain. Don't get me wrong, I'm not made of steel. This is breaking my heart. But someone who came before me showed such grace and so much heart. I wasn't ready for this. There is so much I would miss, but bring on the rain. So what if it's hard? You won't find me hiding in the dark, 'cause I'm a fighter, I'm not a runner, even when I'm afraid. Bring on the rain. I take comfort in the strength of those before who paved the way to make a difference. It can be different even when we're afraid. Even when you're afraid, sometimes we're all afraid. But bring on the rain. So what if it's hard? You won't find us hiding in the dark. We are fighters, we are not runners, even when Thanks. So I've played a lot of songs that are optimistic and romantic and kind of like fairy tale love, you know, you're infatuated and, you know, we're going to stay together forever and I love you so much. What I've come to find out is that marriage is hard work. And looking into the audience, it seems like the audience is an older audience, not teenagers. So I'm sure I'm not telling you anything you don't know, and I'm sure if I check back in another 10 years, you're probably like, it's still going to be hard. But I have found that those difficult times that in the beginning feel like a real test, you know, if you can make it through or not, they end up being the things that later you kind of look back on and realize that was building your story and the foundation that is going to make it that you're able to get through the next time something is hard. And I certainly don't have it perfected by any means. But to me, I wouldn't want my love story without the hard times because it makes it deeper and richer and more important. And so I wrote a song, actually. It's a love song in my opinion, but it is kind of an honest love song. It's called Bad Weather. I won't lie, you're not perfect. Then again, neither am I. If we wait for perfect, we'll wait a long time. Babe, you know you got baggage. Truth be told, so do I. But I can't handle the wreckage of a goodbye. So here is my promise to you. Oh, let these words ring true. You and I are gonna be one of the few who made it to forever, not because we built our love for the sun, but to make it through bad weather. Life is hard and we know this. Sometimes it breaks your heart, but the hope and ruin is a new start. So here is my promise to you. Oh, let these words ring true. You and I are gonna be one of the few who made it to forever, not because we built our love for the sun, but to make it through bad weather. Oh, drink it in, drink it in. I said, oh, we can let the rain fall on our skin. Oh, if we make it through this, make it through this. Oh, the sun will shine again. So here is my promise to you. Oh, let these words ring true. You and I are gonna be one of the few to make So here is my promise to you. Oh, let these words reach you. You and I are gonna be one of the few who made it to forever, not because we built our love for the sun, but to make it through bad weather. But to make it through bad weather. But to make it through. I have a story I like to tell about this place. I like to tell it typically when I'm not in this place. The first show that I ever did here, I was really stressed. And let me just tell you, my background is not like, I'm actually, I would say, in the last few years, I've become, I would say, a person who has faith. But I have a lot of baggage because my dad is a Southern Baptist pastor. And I grew up in a beautiful, very strong faith family. But there were certain ways that just didn't fit for me. And through the process of trying to figure out what my faith was versus what the faith around me was, it got a little messy for a while. And so I took a break. And then when I came here to play on the lawn 11 years ago, I was really nervous in a way that I'm not with other songs or with other shows, because I just was bringing my baggage with me when I came here. And so I really spent a lot of time trying to figure out. I think I was only playing at that point for like a half hour, because it was during it was a service. It was like there was praise and worship outside, kind of stripped down acoustic, and then there was a pastor who spoke, and that was when I had my first kind of awareness that this was not the kind of church that I had grown up in a good way. And then they kind of closed it out with a little music, and then I was going to be playing while people were walking around and drinking lemonade and having snacks, and it was really, really cute. So I only had to play for like a half hour or an hour. I can't remember what it was, but it was a short period of time. So I was going through my list of songs that I had written, because as you can tell now, I don't really sing a lot of other people's songs. So I'm going through the list of my songs and realizing I can't do that song that's about drinking. I can't do that song that's about sex. Can't do that song because of da-da. And I'm going through the list of all the songs, and you've heard my music. It's not like I'm really pushing any boundaries, but I was so worried about the microscope being so hot on me, and I didn't want to offend anyone. And so I get to the end of my set. I had curated a set that was, I thought, as appropriate as I could be. And I get to the end of the set, and I say, thank you so much. I'm Keri Noble. See you next time. And I get up to leave, and they started an encore. I had not planned for that. We didn't do encores at the church that I grew up in. So this was not a possibility or an option. And so all of a sudden I was like panicking inside. And I was like, no, you, give it up for you and you and you. And as I'm trying to walk off the stage, I can't remember, John, if it was you or if it was the pastor. And they were like, no, get back up there, whatever. And I was like, great. Okay. And I was trying to rack my brain. All of a sudden, I reverted back to like my adolescent self, and I'm like, do I know any Christian songs? Do I know any praise and worship? They'd probably love that. I should do that. And somebody yells out, play Talk to Me. Yeah. And I was like, great. Anybody else have a request? And then this woman was like as close as you are, and she was just like, play Talk to Me. And she was so happy, and I was like, oh no. Because Talk to Me has a swear word in it, in every chorus. And I was like, what am I gonna do? So like I do the chorus, for those of you who don't know, it's, come and talk to me, what are you gonna do? 'Cause I can't seem to get the nerve to get off my own ass. Just talk to you. That's what the song is, right? So when I first started singing, because I was like, okay, I can do this. So my first chorus, when I got to it, it was, because I can't seem to get the nerve to get off my own and come and talk to you. And as I'm doing it, I'm thinking like, see, I kind of like moved around the word. I never said the S's, so it's okay. And I looked down at the woman who requested the song, and she's looking at me like, what are you doing? So then all of a sudden, these are the things, like when you're up here on stage, that doesn't mean that we're not thinking about you and that we can't see your faces and that we aren't completely questioning our life choices while we are also singing. So, second chorus. What are you gonna do? 'Cause I can't seem to get the nerve to get off my own ass and come and talk to you. Just kind of like a soft S. And she was still like very confused. What are you doing? And then somebody from the side of the stage, and I don't remember who it was, said, Jesus rode in on an ass, it's okay. And I tell you what, I was very conflicted. Very conflicted. On one hand, very freeing that I could say that and that I could keep going. On another hand, I was kind of being heckled at church. I didn't know how I felt about that. But overall, it was a pretty great experience. Rick, who is one of the helpers here tonight, Rick, right? Is that his name? Rick asked me, yeah, he's like, he's glue, right? He's holding everything together. He asked me tonight, he was just like, what covers do you do? And I was like, oh no. Rick, I don't do any covers. And he was like, oh, that's okay. Original music is great too. And I was like, oh no. I let Rick down. So, I'm going to play you the song that I always associate with this place. But for Rick, I'm going to throw in a little cover. I'm going to put a little flavor in there too. But don't get like, this is the fear about covers. Don't like start thinking like, oh, she's going to start. I'm not. I like know 2 songs that I didn't write, so don't get too excited. There you are again. I see you all the time. We haven't really met, but you know I don't mind. 'Cause I think today's a day I'm gonna go right up and say to you, would it be alright if I called you up sometime? There you go again. Time to think of what I might say. Couldn't we be good? Maybe don't you think that we should find some quiet little place where we'd make love all day? Come and talk to me. What are you waiting for? 'Cause I can see you passing every day. I'm always wanting more. Come and talk to me. What are you gonna do? 'Cause I can't seem to get the nerve to get off my own ass. Just talk to you. It still feels weird. You know I love the type. You look like you've been up all night and somehow still look beautiful. You do it all at the same time. Whenever you walk by, you always look me in the eyes. And in that moment I know the same thing's on your mind. Come and talk to me. What are you waiting for? 'Cause I can see you passing every day. I'm always wanting more. Come and talk to me. What are you gonna
fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save a little bit of money. Won't have to get too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I can both get jobs. Finally see what it means to be living. Cause I remember when we were driving in your car. Sweet so fast, felt like I was drunk. And city lights laid out before us. And your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belong. I had a feeling I could be someone, be someone. Come and talk to me. What are you waiting for? Cause I can see you passing every day. I'm always wanting more. Come and talk to me. What are you gonna do? Cause I can't seem to get the nerve to get off my own ass and just talk to you. Hey, come and talk to me. You got a fast car. Come and talk to me.
Thank you. I had a song that was on Grey's Anatomy, which is really exciting. It was a long time ago, and I was on the road when that episode aired. And so I made up this whole story in my mind, because the song that was on Grey's was not a song that had anything to do with, you know, hospitals or blood or anything like that. It was just a regular kind of love song. And so I made up this story in my mind that the show was going to open, and all of a sudden the screen was going to explode, the back doors of an ambulance were going to pop open, and there was like high drama and stuff that's supposed to be inside the body is spilling out, and they're like trying to get it back in. And you know how Grey's Anatomy is. I mean, it's like nonstop drama, right? And all of that would be happening to my song, and it would be very exciting. But instead, my song was in the show, and it was like a big moment, but it was just a moment of reflection in an elevator. So I was really hoping, because I was thinking, like, maybe that's the thing. Like, maybe when I'm playing this song, we should have a screen come down, and I just flash injuries, like images of injuries and things at you while I'm playing the song. And you're going to be like, I don't know why, but this works. I like this. But it turned out, no, that wasn't it at all. This is a song called Emily.
Somebody tell her she can't carry it all. It's getting hard to pretend we're not watching her fall. Why does she always get more than she's got? She thinks the world's gonna stop, but it's not. She's letting everything in. Trouble is that it's gotta come out. Somebody tell her she's just fooling herself. she's fighting the shadow of somebody else. But doesn't she notice how much she's lost? It's like she's nailing herself to a cross. Listen to me, this is crazy, it's all gotta stop.
Next song is a song I wrote before the pandemic. And boy, does it feel more relevant now than ever before. It's called Stronger.
Breaking, my heart is too. What's going on outside? What can I do? Oh God, can you hear me? 'Cause it feels like hell has opened up its gates. I'm trying to believe we can be better, but it's hard to keep the faith. So make our love stronger, stronger than the hate. Me and my brother don't see eye to eye. So hard to love each other on different sides. Oh God, can you hear me? 'Cause it feels like hell has opened up its gates, and I'm trying to believe we can be better, but it's hard to keep the faith. So make our love stronger, stronger than the hate. 'Cause I don't wanna live like this, always with a clenched fist. What's it gonna take to heal all this sick? Oh God, can you hear me? 'Cause it feels like hell has opened up its gates. I'm trying to believe I can be better, but it's hard to keep the faith. Oh God, can you hear me? 'Cause it feels like hell has opened up its gates. I'm trying to believe we can be better, but it's hard to keep the faith. So make our love stronger,
reminds me of the church that I grew up in because, like I mentioned, my dad was the pastor, and I used to have a job when I was like 18 in the neighborhood of the church. And so over my lunch break, gosh, I must have been older than that, maybe 19 or 20. Anyway, over the lunch break, my dad gave me a key to the church. It was a small church. It wasn't like a big church where there's a lot of staff and, people always milling about. So, like at noon, sometimes there was nobody there. So he gave me a key to the church, and during my lunch break, I would let myself in, and I would practice the piano in the empty auditorium sanctuary for my half hour or whatever. Then I would drive back. And it was just it felt so sacred, It just felt like such a beautiful time for me. And I wrote this next song. It has nothing to do with that, but I wrote it at the church, and I wrote it, so whenever I sing it, I always think about that building and that time. And my dad grew up in Peru, so he thinks in Spanish, and he speaks beautiful Spanish, and so the church that we grew up in was Spanish-speaking and English-speaking. It was bilingual. And so he would be up at the pulpit, and he would be kind of translating as he goes the whole time. So I wanted to, with my first album that came out called Fearless, I wanted to have a song on that album that kind of gave a nod to the way that I was raised in this bilingual home. And so I called my mom, and I gave her some lyrics, and I said, can you translate these so that they fit musically? They don't just it's not a direct translation, but it kind of artistically fits as well. And so she did, and so like I said, the song isn't really actually about God or a church at all, but it definitely makes me think about that time, and it makes me think about the way that I was raised and just all the richness of sharing cultures. And so anyway, this is called I Won't.
We need to talk despite the hour, 'cause just like time, this comes too late. You've been telling me I need to change, or else you'll go away. I've been searching every inch of me to find within myself a way to give you what you want and not become somebody else. You just want my passion, but you don't want my pain. You don't even really care about what's inside my brain. You think that I don't know what's going on behind my back, but you seem to underestimate this very simple fact. I won't let you hurt me. I won't beg you to stay. I won't lay down and shut my mouth so you can brag the next day. I won't be your trophy. I won't look the other way. So I guess you got your wish, 'cause babe, I promise things are gonna change. Now the things that brought you to me now are the very things you hate. It's becoming very clear to me that you're the one that's changed. I used to think that we could make it last. I would love you all my life. But when you tell me I'm not good enough, you know it's just not right. I won't let you hurt me. I won't beg you to stay. I won't lay down and shut my mouth so you can brag the next day. I won't be your trophy. I won't look the other way. So I guess you got your wish, 'cause babe, I promise mi pasión quieres, pero no mi dolor. Poco te importa lo que en mi mente está. Crees que yo no sé lo que tratas de esconder. Qué tan ciego tú serás para no ver la verdad. Oh. La, 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 oh, oh. trophy. I won't look the other way. So I guess you got your wish, 'cause babe, I promise things are gonna change. Oh.
I want to make sure that I do a song for John before we go. But John, I can't do the song until the end because after I do the song, I won't have a voice left. So I'm just being strategic. So if you see me looking at my watch, don't think I'm bored. I'm planning. Are you guys doing all right? You're so quiet and I can't really see your faces because of your mask. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. So I mentioned next week. What is today? Is today Saturday? Friday. Today's Friday. Next week, I'm celebrating my 10th anniversary with my husband. And thank you. I wrote a song about waking up on the morning of our wedding, and it's called Your Ring.
Waking up this morning, everything is still. Sunlight calling to me from my windowsill. And as I think about the day ahead and everything it means, I can't help but smile, knowing today I'll wear your ring. It wasn't all that long ago, you took me by surprise, saying how you love me so and wanted to for life. And for the first time in a long time, I was at a loss for words, 'cause all I want out of this life is to forever be your girl. And we know every day won't be roses and rainbows, and with all the highs must come the lows. I know this isn't make-believe, and yet I know it's meant to be, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. When I get on your nerves, and we both try not to yell, till the day I die, remember this one thing: I'll always be the girl who was proud to wear your ring.
Thank you.
I hear your voice through the telephone, but it's not the same as you hear. You tell me everything you did today, but baby, I can't understand you. The line's not clear, so I check the reception and I try you back, but all I get is a message when I really wanted to tell you that I'm coming home on a Saturday night. I changed my whole damn schedule for a red-eye flight. Catch a cab before the first light, so I can be there when you open your eyes. I did nothing, nobody complained. I gave them all that I had. should have seen it, I was flying so high. Had a meeting out of the palm of my hand, but what does it matter and what do I care? I'm only shiny whenever I know you're there. I'm coming home on a Saturday night. I changed my whole damn schedule for a red-eye flight. Get your cab before the first light, so I can be there when you open your eyes. Jesse is a friend. Yeah, I know he's been a good friend of mine, but lately something's changed and it's harder to find. He's got himself a girl and I wanna make her mine, but she's watching it with those eyes, and she's loving it with that body. I know it. He's holding her in his arms late at night. You know, I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Wish that I had Jesse's girl. Tell me, how can I find a woman like that? And I'm looking in the mirror all the time, wondering what she don't see in me. I've been funny, I've been cool with the lines. Ain't that the way love's supposed to be? I'm coming home on a Saturday night. I changed my whole damn schedule for a red-eye flight. Get your cab before the first light, so I can be there when you open your eyes. Coming home on a Saturday night. I changed my whole damn schedule for a red-eye flight. Get your cab before the first light, so I can be there when you open your eyes. Open your eyes. That little girl, she's a hurricane. Stick around, well, you might as well dig your own grave. I've been living in this town for some time. I got pictures in my mind. Oh, I pray to God I could erase. She comes in talking so sweet. Before you know it, she knocked you off your feet. But young man, take a look up at the sky. So dark it ain't even night. Oh, you better pray your locked door keeps. Might I suggest, while you've got time, maybe you take a little ride out to the hill past the church. See the graveyard's fresh dirt, that hole looking just about your size. See how it just got so still. What's that thing coming over the hill? If you'd have only took heed, well, you wouldn't be on your knees begging your God to intervene. That little girl, she's a hurricane. Everybody's been told to evacuate. Is that right? You think you'll be the first to somehow miss the worst? Well, you just sealed your own fate.
Thank you. We're getting close to the end of our evening. Is there anything for, I don't know if anybody even knows my music, but if you do, is there anything that you want to hear that I haven't played? Oh. Okay. What do you want to hear about? I'm sure that I know what you're talking about. Do you want to? The song? You mean you want to hear the song? Big part of my story. I wasn't planning on sharing it tonight, but I'm happy to always. My mom was an incredible woman, and it's almost 6 years, I think now, that she passed away of cancer. And it was quite a journey because she got diagnosed with cancer once and beat it, and then a few years later it came back, and that took us on a journey of 4 years of a roller coaster. And anybody who's had any kind of illness like that knows that one minute you think you've beat it, and the next minute you didn't, and it's just nonstop. And I remember, part of like what I said earlier about how I feel like in the last few years I've kind of come back to, or maybe rediscovered, or I have faith again, which I could not say before. But that's in great part to her, because she was a woman that had so much faith that in the face of all of the unknown, as well as just the awfulness of, living with cancer, she was so peaceful. She was just so peaceful. And she was just so sure. She had no doubt what was going to happen to her after she died. And, of course, she was concerned about us, the family, and, she wasn't going to be able to be here to monitor us and make sure that we were making good choices. So I remember the last 2 weeks when she went into hospice, she wanted to be in our home, in our family home. So I flew home, and my sister, who's got 3 kids and at the time was married, she moved back into our family home too. And the 4 of us, because it's my dad, my mom, me, and my sister, that's my family, we were all living under the same roof for 2 weeks. And it was, you hear stories about how sometimes things like that can tear a family apart. It's just too much. It's too hard. And we were really fortunate because it was the opposite. We had a lot of things over the years. We all had baggage from disappointments and things. And we had time to kind of talk through them and heal things. And as the days approached for the end, it was just the most amazing thing to watch her be okay. As much as, let me be clear, like nothing about it was okay, and yet she had this really deep peace that was something that you could not escape. It was just so big, and it really did feel like it kind of changed my life. And so in her passing, she gave me a great gift of finding my way back to faith. Yeah. Is that what you wanted to know? Yeah. So I love talking about her, but I don't have like a really easy segue into something fun or whatever. But we just have time for one last song. And I guess this is a good segue into it, because as much as you might take or imply from my stories of, kind of leaving the church for a while that maybe the church did me wrong. I also made mistakes. I also made choices that, I shouldn't have. That not only hurt people around me, hurt myself as well when I was trying to kind of do it my way. And after she died, and as I was finding my way back and reconciling myself to who I had been and who I wanted to be moving forward, I wrote this next song. It's called Broken Pieces. It's kind of a work in progress. We all are a work in progress. And just because we're not perfect doesn't mean we're not on our way to better, right? Progress over perfection. So I'd like to leave you with this song, and I hope that it speaks to you and your heart. And I hope you know that it's okay if you're a work in progress, because we all are. And I'm so grateful to be back here. I really do feel like this is a beautiful place. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you, John, and the church. And I hope you have a good rest of your night and stay healthy and warm.
I got broken pieces, but I'm not broken anymore. I'm still finding I'm not lost anymore. I've been so low down that I thought that I might never make it. I got so low down that my shame told me I was wasted. But your love broke through and made me new again. Oh, I might not be where I'm supposed to be, but this ain't the end. I've got more questions than answers, but I'm no longer full of doubt. And I got people who still can't forgive me. Most days I can't forgive myself. I've been so far gone that I thought that I might never make it. Thank God I'm not broken anymore.
Thank you guys so much. I will see you next time. I don't have my mask, so I'm going to skedaddle out there, but I appreciate you so much. Thank you.